Good evening, everyone. My name is Lisa, and I'm a volunteer with the Friends of the Monona Senior Center. We are pleased to welcome you here this evening to enjoy the music of Carl Davick and Friends. And we hope that you'll save the date to return on Tuesday, August 26th for the Leading Zeros. We'll have food carts again, and there will actually be a movie in the park as well later after the concert. I'd like to thank all of our sponsors for helping make tonight's event and the concerts that we've had all summer possible. And you can see on the flyers around the tables all of the sponsors as well. Oak Park Place, Dane Arts, and Kelly Unke with Start Company Realtors are our gold level sponsors. And then we also received support from Insty Prints, Gobin Cars, Carmenta Center, The Medicine Shop, Affiliated Insurance Agencies, American Transmission Company, Horizon, Murphy Desmond Lawyers, Senior Helpers, Heritage Senior Living, and I think I got everyone. We'd also like to thank the City of Monona Park and Rec Department for their help as well. Just a few other quick announcements. We do have a suggestion box over by the popcorn, and we have popcorn and water for sale, so feel free to head over there. And tonight we will be passing the hat to kindly accept your donations to support the efforts of the Friends of the Monona Senior Center, helping out at the Monona Senior Center. And one final thing tonight, we are also offering a annual membership for the Aldo Leopold Nature Center. So you can just come on up to the popcorn table to get your ticket, and then we'll do the drawing about halfway through the show. So no purchase donation necessary, just come on up, and we'll just have to have you present to win. So feel free to walk over and grab that, and we'll announce that, like I said, halfway through the show. Enjoy.
Well, good evening and welcome to the third concert in the park. And we lucked out with the weather yet again. I was a little anxious this morning when it was all cloudy and even gustier than it is, but no rain, so we'll take it, right? We've got a lot of wonderful pieces tonight. We're going to start with a piece by Rossini, and it's his Overture to the Opera Semiramide. And this was the final opera that he wrote. And interestingly, this particular overture, unlike some of his other overtures that had no musical relation to the rest of the opera, This one actually does. And were you to see the opera, you would hear some of these themes from this overture happen later in the opera. So we'll now perform the overture to Semiramide. Our next selection is the first movement of Hubert Parry's English Suite. This suite was written 100 years ago, actually in July of 1914. And this is a collection of pieces, but they really didn't get published until after his death. And one of his assistants, Emily Diamond, put all these different pieces he wrote into this collection that is now the English Suite. It's very stately, very British, and we're going to perform the first movement. We're going to change character a little bit now and go a bit more contemporary. We're going to perform a piece entitled River Flows in You. This was written by a South Korean-born pianist by the name of, his performing name is Yamura. And this is one of those infectious, beautiful kind of pieces where I anticipate later this week you'll just be roaming around the house and you'll find yourself humming this tune. It's delightful, and it's River Flows in You. If you've been to one of these concerts that I and my fantastic friends put on, you know that at some point in the program I like to do something from a Disney movie or a Pixar movie. And so we're now going to perform for you what should be, in my opinion, the obvious choice for this summer, which is selections from Frozen. It's really fantastic music. Some might say perhaps been overplayed, but the pieces are fantastic. And so the selections that you'll hear tonight include Let It Go, Do You Want to Build a Snowman, and For the First Time in Forever. So we'll now perform selections from Frozen. we're going to shift our climates a little bit from all that frozen music and play some music where you might see some rainbows. And we're going to perform a piece entitled, I'm Always Chasing Rainbows. This particular piece was written by Harry Carroll, and though he wrote it, he really borrowed the music from Frédéric Chopin. In Frédéric Chopin's Fantasy Impromptu in C-sharp minor, there's a beautiful section that kind of a little slower, and almost note for note, Harry Carroll took that and created this into I'm Always Chasing Rainbows, added lyrics. And this piece has been recorded by so many, from the likes of Judy Garland to Perry Como. And in my research, I even found that 70s shock rocker Alice Cooper, yes, Alice Cooper, that one, recorded this tune. And I thought, there's no way Alice Cooper recorded I'm Always Chasing Rainbows. So I looked it up. I did find it, listened to it. Not my favorite. So you might want to take a look at that. And tonight, we're going to dedicate this particular piece to a couple that's in our audience tonight. Dick and Dolores, they're celebrating 8 years of marriage, and we'd like to dedicate this performance to them. And congratulations to you. We'll now perform I'm Always Chasing Rainbows. that dedication comes at the request from one of our musicians, Kathy Punwar. So thank you for suggesting that, and congratulations again. We're going to jump ahead a couple of decades to 1931. Our next song was Bing Crosby's first #1 single as a solo artist. It was popular, very popular tune called Out of Nowhere, written by Johnny Green. And interestingly, and for all you theory people out there, harmonically, when the tune begins, the harmonic structure is the same structure that's used in the original Star Trek music. So as you're listening, maybe go home tonight and listen to the Star Trek music and see if you can hear this tune within the Star Trek theme itself. This tune features a couple soloists. Kathy Punwar is going to take a solo, and Michael Allen will take a solo. We'll now perform Out of Nowhere. We have three more selections for you tonight, all of which are kind of staples in their particular genre. The first one of these three is the American String Quartet, written by Dvorak. This was written during the summer of 1893, and it was subtitled American because he wrote it while he was visiting here in the United States. And actually, not so far from here, 150 miles west, in Spillville, Iowa, was where he was spending his summer, and wrote this just fantastic string quartet. Tonight, we'll be performing it as a string quintet with the addition of bass, and it's the final movement from Dvorak's American String Quartet. Our next selection tonight is kind of another standard in a different genre. We're going to perform Will the Circle Be Unbroken, and this is a standard bluegrass gospel tune. And before I bring out our soloist, let me just say a few words about our soloist. Joining us tonight is Ethan Staver, and he's going to be a 5th grade student at Winnequah School. And last February, Ethan's family bid on the opportunity for him to perform at our concert at Winnequah's Trivia Night fundraiser. And this is an amazing fundraiser that's put on. It's been, I think, the last 3 years now. And through the efforts of the committee, they've raised nearly $50,000 to support much-needed technology such as smart boards and iPads at Winnequah School. Yes, bravo. So I'm going to put a plug in for next year's trivia night. So get your devices out so you can put it in your calendar. Next year's trivia night is going to be February 21st at the Community Center. Now, our young soloist tonight, Ethan, amazing young lad. He's a cellist and a fine singer. He's part of the Madison Youth Choirs, and they just came back from a tour of Scotland where they had a very successful tour. Would you please join me in welcoming Ethan Staver to our stage? I have to tell, that has been such a treat hooking up with Ethan and kind of putting together an arrangement and getting a chance to work with him. So thanks again, Ethan. One more quick round of applause. Bravo, well done. Before we do our final piece tonight, I'd like to thank Diane Mickelbank and Lisa Gunlock of the Monona Senior Center for their help with these wonderful summer concerts. Again, we've lucked out, and you're really just so thrilled that we can have music in our parks. Our final selection tonight is "Oh Susanna," written by the composer who's frequently considered the father of American music, Stephen Foster. He was born on the 4th of July and made his living selling sheet music before the days of radio and records. He's credited with over 200 songs. Thanks again for coming tonight, and come support the Leading Zeros on Tuesday the 26th, the Monona group, for the final concert in the park. Thank you all very much. And let me just say a big thank you to all these fantastic musicians that gave up a couple nights to just come and have some fun together and make some music. Would you give them one more round of applause for me?